Is it? I don't know if we have any
Hey,
charges.
Deborah, you couldn't say that before we started the video.
That's okay. Hang on a second. Yeah, okay. So here you go. So on the left side, there's a final project link. I told you about I was going to do this last class. If you click on that final project link, it's got all the information. It's got the project overview again of what we're looking for the final project, milestones. I put the first phase in there. Okay, so phase 1 is in there. It's due. Again, I don't know why I picked the 6th, but you got extra time, so you got until next Tuesday or Wednesday. What is that? Tuesday. So you have until Tuesday. Okay. I was thinking something else. I think your A and B, all your B days, all that stuff drives you crazy. So here's what you need to submit. It gives you what you need to submit, okay? So your analysis, your site approval, sitemap, and wireframe, okay? And it shows you the points you earned for those different things, okay? Don't get overwhelmed by it. Again, give me a topic. Remember we talked about this? Give me a topic. What to prove, what do you like to do, things like that. What do you want the website to accomplish? Who's your audience? What do you want to do? Okay, this is just a high level. Again, come up with something. If you don't like it later on, yes, you can change it. But just remember, as you build, like you build a house, if you decide to build a house that's square, that's great. And then if weeks later you decide that you want a house that's triangular, that may be a problem, right? So you may have to modify and say, well, okay, I don't like this, but if I change it, it could be a big issue because I've already decided on a square foundation. So I might have to stick with some of it and change some other things. There's things you may have to compromise on. But again, I don't want you to feel like you're locked into it. What do you want to do? Again, analysis, what's your goal of it? Open up, you can do this in Google Sheets or Microsoft Word, whatever you want to do. Your goal, what's going on. Sitemap, again, the sitemap is just relationship to pages, okay? You can do all this in one document and submit it that way. All right, and this is the link for it. So all this is under the final project here, okay? I'll keep adding it when we add the other phases. Also, if you go to learning units, we're on number 6 right now. So we're on unit 6. So for unit 6, you got the practice exercise. I'm asking you, I put a link in here too also to remind you that it's due on the 11/6, okay, along with the assignment. So you've got the assignment and that first phase too. Now you've had a week, at least week and a half already for that one. You'll still have more time to do that one, okay? Any questions on any of that? All right. All right, so everything, like I said, everything is please just keep checking that. I'll leave that there. I will grade, like I said, I think everybody assigned to put in unit 3. I will grade your unit 3s. Unit 4, some of you have submitted, and that's fine. We can work through stuff. So if we come up with stuff that even though you submitted your unit 4, you can go back and you can resubmit. That's okay. All right. So I guess the question is for unit 4, if we go back to that one. Let's do this. Let me record that. So this is our goal of what we start off. This is for chapter 4. All right. And if you look at how it's set up and how it's structured, we can break it down. That's another great way to do it. You take something that you already see and you just break it down of how it's set up. Again, what I like to do, to be honest with you, I like to indent stuff so I have it set up. Body. This is just me. I like to make it so that I can see what's going on. I've got my head. Here's my header, okay? I'm going to shrink this up a little bit. So here's my header. And if you're not sure, again, what I can do is I can also do this, view page source, right? I don't want to do that. I want to do inspect. Sorry. If I do this, I can inspect it. So I right click on this page in Chrome. And if I do inspect, it creates a second window on the side. And the fun thing about this, if you've never done this before, is as you're scrolling, all I'm doing is hovering over the HTML on the right side, and you can see it highlights the areas that code is actually created. Make sense? So Here's my header. I'm right here, and that's where it's on. It's doing this. I'm on the body tag up here, so it does the whole body. It highlights the whole body. It shades it. So it tells you where the area you're working in. So I can scroll down here and I can say, okay, I go to the footer. And look at that. It highlighted the footer. And it shows you all these pieces. Okay? It shows you all these different pieces of what's going on. So this is one way, if you're not sure, you can always look at a web page and you can do what's called an inspect. So right click and you do inspect in Chrome and it'll do this. I think it may do it in Firefox also. I'd have to double check. But this is a really nice way to figure it out. And I can go through here and I can play with this. And I can see what's going on of how it's being done. Well, how is this being done? All right. So this is just a straight HTML. It doesn't really tell you what the CSS. So I've got the HTML there. So now let's look at my code there. Okay. So I come in, I've got my head, I've got my title, right? My title's in there. And again, I like to indent because it makes it so much easier for me to see. So there's my title, there's my character set, this is all default, this is default. I haven't, that's pretty normal, right? Okay, I'm in the body. I'm gonna indent this again. Okay, let's do that. If you think this is boring, it's because it kind of can be. It can be tedious. Sometimes when you're coding in other languages, wait till we get to Java. When you have to debug stuff, sometimes you have to go line by line to figure out what's going on. Do you want to know why programmers make so much money? Is they can sit there and they can figure out some of those details that other people can't figure out, or they don't want to figure out, or they don't have the patience to. Now, you may not have the patience yourself. If you're tenacious and you like problem solving, IT is the right field for you. This is what you're doing. This is the right field for you. If you get bored, if you don't have patience, if you don't like this stuff, then you might want to rethink about whether or not IT is for you. And I'm being just perfectly honest. I love problem solving. I work on stuff in my home. I do woodworking. I build stuff. I rehab houses. I love figuring out problems and figuring out solutions to the problems. Coding is the same thing. It's an art. You're figuring out problems. Sometimes there's more than one solution. Okay. I worked for a guy that we added in, like the wrapper. Do you have the wrapper? We did that earlier. And the wrapper refers to, in the CSS, remember you're talking about the different types of IDs, selectors, the class selectors, ID selectors. I think everybody had the wrapper set up with at least these elements in here. They had the width at 80%, the margin right and the margin left were auto. I think everybody should at least have had that in there. We were doing that. I'll tell you what, let me go look. Let me pause it. Okay, it's recording now. So open the CSS, modify the body element selector style rules. Okay, so that's up here. Here's the body element. Okay, I need to make this bigger for everybody. It's kind of small to see. Okay, configure background GIF as the background image. Okay, so they want to do background image and use background.gif. How would you do that? Well, background-image, you use the actual function URL and it pulls in background.gif. That's what we did. So we added one line there. So that's the only difference there. You got the color, that, and we added one line for the background image. Okay? And that's on page 188. Does everybody see that? Hopefully. So again, we're building on each one, and that's the only way to do it. Modify the style rules for the wrapper ID. Okay, so I look at the wrapper ID. I go back to this one. Our wrapper ID right now just has the 3 style elements, right? It's got width, right, and left, auto. What does it want to do? Configure the background color to be FFFFFCC. So background color. All right. So I want to do wrapper. I want to do a background color. How would you do that? You would do this, right? I don't want to save this because I don't want to mess this up. I would do background color, right? Type background color, and you do it, right? Oops. I'll say it again. So again, if you look here in my wrapper, there it is, background color. I added FFFFF. What else do you want to do? Configure a minimum width of 700 pixels. right there, min dash width. And then they want you to configure a maximum width. I mean, it kind of tells you everything. You just have to read it. Okay, and the box shadow. Let me tell you something. And I'll keep recording these, but you got to understand the correlation. You got to understand that, like when the book says, add an H2 element, here's H1. Okay, we'll do an H2. Here, I'll type it in here, H2. Oops, not there. I'll do it right here. Add an H2 element. All right, what does it want you to do? Background color, font size. I mean, you can already see some of those already up there. Background, dash color. Hold on one second. We did that in last class. Hold on. Background color, and then they give you the color, CCAA66. CCAA66, like that, okay? That's H2. Is that right? If I go to my H2 over here, yeah. Background color, CCAA66. Okay? That's all that's going on there. All right. I'm going to get rid of this because this is the other one. I don't want to mess with it. All right. So again, we go through all those pieces. Modify this footer element for 10 pixels. So the footer element 10 pixels of padding. So footer element, here's the footer element, here's padding, 10 pixels. I'm gonna do 10 pixels of padding. You look lost. What's your question? You got a question? Oops. But that's not an excuse. So here, if you even just go on to Gateway's site, which actually they're updating the site. Oh wait, did I say tutoring center? Computer lab hour. Oh here, computer lab hours. So computer labs. So all the campuses have computer labs pretty much Monday through Friday, 7 to 10. Elkhorn, Kenosha, Racine. Yeah, IMET here. I don't know if they have a situation for IMET because you guys were here, where they let you do that. I have to find out. I'm kind of surprised that they don't have something here. But you can literally just show up. You don't have to show ID. You don't have to show anything. Did you guys get Gateway IDs? Okay, which is even better. You have access. You are Gateway students. You have access to all the same resources as any other Gateway student has. But even when you're here, you don't have to show anything. You literally walk in the building and you go, like, usually there's like a lab like right there. You just can go right into the lab and you can just start working. You just connect in. Usually they're logged in as a student logged in. You can just start working. People come in off the street all the time and they just work on stuff. They go to the buildings and they start typing, do whatever. So you always have access to computers if you need them. I know getting there sometimes is not easy. Maybe sometimes you can ask your parents if they can drop you off, or a friend or someone who can say, hey, can you just drop me off in Kenosha or something like that? Again, I don't know about this building. Have they said anything to you guys about any extra computer time in this building? A couple are missing. So I'll let you guys, the rest of today, we'll do lab day. We'll just work on stuff. This was due the 29th. I want to get you guys on schedule so we keep doing stuff on time, because otherwise we're going to get in a big trouble. Because what will happen is we'll run out of it'll be the end of the semester. We won't have a choice. So I want to keep doing this. So the rest of today we'll work on this stuff so you can figure it out. All right. There's no sense in keep plowing ahead. I'll record this. So I've got home. I've got the menu page. I don't have a music page. Okay. Shh, please. So all I'm going to do is copy and make the music page. So I'll go into my chapter 4. I know I've got 8 million things open. I apologize. I'm going to go to menu. I'm going to copy and paste it. And I'm going to change this to music. All right. So now if I click on music, it comes up, but it's the same page, right? So go into my music page, go into here, and I'm going to edit it. Okay. You have a headache? Oh, don't get stressed. Don't get stressed. Okay. So this is music. What do they want you to say? They want you to say Java Jam Coffee House. We've got all that. I've got the page. Okay. Style she's the same. So we're going to create this January and February for the music. Okay. So all this stuff goes away on the main page. All this goes away. I don't need any of that. Okay. I'm going to save that. I'll refresh this. All right. So now that's my music page. So at least I know what I'm doing there. Okay. That's all gone. So I have the structure. I have the header and I've got the menu. Once I have that, I can do anything I want. Everything else is the same. So what do they want you to do? Am I recording this? Yeah. Change the page title to appropriate page. Java House cost, and then it says music. For the title, that's music. And then we did that. We're good there. What else do they want you to do? Delete the descriptions. We deleted the descriptions. I'm just following the book. So I literally copied the music, the menu page, and copied it and pasted it as music.html. Okay. Then I'm in music now. Change the title to music from menu. Okay. And then I got rid of the content between main. Now I like to also indent stuff just to make my life easier so I can see it better. So I'm going to do some of that just to clean it up. All right, I'm going to indent that. I'm going to indent that. Again, this is just for me. The computer doesn't care what I do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to indent that. Okay, so we're good right there. Okay, I have nothing. This page is very boring, right? This is it. So I got to add music. So what do they want to do? I'll start the first one. We've got a couple minutes here. The main content of the page will consist of a paragraph below the navigation in two areas. So first we're going to do a paragraph. What does a paragraph tell you? What element is a paragraph? Okay, we're in main. What element, how do I create a paragraph in HTML? Paragraph starts with what letter? Paragraph starts with what letter? Thank you. P. A is for apple, J is for Jax, P. Paragraph, right? And then they want you to type the first Friday. You can type whatever. I'm not going to have time to finish this, so I'm just going to start it. The first Friday. You get it? So that's what it is. Friday, blah, blah, blah. There's my paragraph. Close my paragraph. Okay. So I'm going to refresh. There's my paragraph. Okay. Don't get stressed. I'm recording it. Well, okay. Okay. Send me your files. I will look at them. Is that what you submitted already? Okay, I will look at that. Hold on. Hang on a second, because I want to do at least one of these lines.
As well, and I think it's pretty fun. I think it's fine.
So hold on. Use a special character for the apostrophe. We're going to do an H2 element. So then you create an H2 element, and everybody's leaving. They're all leaving. You can't leave with January. So now I'm going to do an H2. H2 is going to be January. And then I'm going to close my H2, like so. Again, I'm going to refresh this. There's January. All right. Just like that's how I want it to look. Okay. And I can do another one. I'll do February. I'll do another H2 for February, and then I'll put content in there. So this is an H2. Okay. So there's January, and here's February. All right. I'm going to save that. I'm going to refresh that. Look at that. So I have an H2. Which code? For January, February? Because that is in my style sheet. H2. Right there. That's in my H2. That's in my style sheet. So if you look at your style sheet, that's how it gets that effect. So put that in your style sheet for H2, and it should show up the same way. I can enlarge it. Yeah. So it's background color, which is CCAA66, your font size, padding left and bottom. Yes. Because I figure we're going through this so fast, if you guys want to look at it later. Hold on. Hey, I want to make sure that they get it. You guys getting this? It's recording too. So you can literally pause the video if you need to, but if you don't, you know. You can watch this online. You can watch this while you're sleeping, you know, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be dreaming about HTML and H2 codes. You have to download something?